Greetings and salutations peeps, my name is Jack, but you already know that, and welcome to a brand new addition to this channel which I like to call Top 10. So this is something that I'm going to be experimenting with and giving it a go, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Kicking things off, we're going to be looking at top 10 Spider-Man video games ever made. Given the hype for 2018's Insomniac edition, it's only fair we give Spidey the proper treatment and the proper recognition he definitely deserves. Be sure to leave a like and comment if you want to see more of this. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and click that bell button to keep updated on all the stuff that gets released for this channel every so often. So without further ado guys, let's get into this.
Number 10, Spider-Man Edge of Time. Kicking off the list is the sequel to Beanox's hit game Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time. Edge of Time primarily focused on 2099 Spidey and Amazing Spidey, working together to stop a very bad CEO from twisting time and killing our favourite web slinger. From kick-ass combos to typical Spidey agility, you come across characters such as Black Cat, Doc Ock and Anti-Venom. Despite mixed reviews that Beanox simply couldn't recapture the magic that made his predecessor what it was, Edge of Time is still a fun game to play, even if it brings increased difficulty and a shorter length compared to the first. It's still a great game and was an interesting concept to bring to the table. Also, Val Kilmer voices the CEO guy. That's right, Spidey has fought Batman twice.
I didn't control you, Brock. I freed you. Both know you wanted Spider-Man dead. You should be thanking me.
Let me show you just how grateful I am!
No! Keep back! What side, you fool? Before...
Number 9, Spider-Man III, the Xbox 360 and PS3 version. At the number 9 spot we have the first movie tie-in on our list. Spider-Man 3 is the third game in the Sam Raimi trilogy universe, somewhat improving on the movie and definitely giving us a more accurate Venom looking at you Topher Grace. The reason I chose this version of the game is due to the length of the story and the rogues gallery the game incorporates. For example, on this version you get Kingpin, Scorpion, Rhino and a deeper, more thrilling Lizard storyline and a much better fight with New Goblin. Granted, the PS2 and Wii version had Morbius, but that is pretty badass to say the least. The 360 version simply has what the PS2 lacks: a badass black suit, tough boss fight, and enough content to keep you going. The game fully embraced the black suit of Spider-Man, and this is why it's on the list. Rage, it's on there. Stupid button mashing skills, not on there to get rid of the black suit. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, and Mary Jane is still the worst part of the game. On both ports. Number 8, Spider-Man II, Enter Electro. Going back a number of years for this one, and breaking out the PlayStation 1, Enter Electro was the sequel to the smash hit Spider-Man, which takes heavy influence from the 1990s classic Spider-Man series, using villains such as Hammerhead, Sandman, Lizard, Shocker and Electro as its antagonist.
I'm not done beating on you yet.
Shocker! Nice to see you too.
You like that, huh? Well, hold still, because you're gonna love this.
Using the Marvel lore as a background, which includes characters like the X-Men, similar to the first game, Spider-Man wants to stop Electro from getting his hands on a device that literally makes him a god. Camp, slick, fun and entertaining, this game is sure to leave you wanting more from the series. The series did stop after 2. I think many wanted it to carry over onto the next generation of consoles, but this never came to be. And that makes me very sad. Very, very sad.
He's flickering. Maybe I've damaged the device. This goes to show that good wins because evil is dumb.
Number 7, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. If there was ever a fantastic narrative and possibly great Spider-Man movie, this game would serve as that product. Web of Shadows was the first game in the Spider-Man series to incorporate a butterfly effect type feel for the game. Throughout it, you would encounter different scenarios that will require you to act as a hero or handle it as a villain. This can fracture or mend a relationship with someone like Luke Cage or Wolverine. Venom is back and bigger and badder than ever before. Spidey realises he needs the symbiote back to deal with the baddie. I'm sure he feels like he can control it, but as the game unfolds and depending on the choices you made, the suit may just have that edge on old Webhead. Great cameos, amazing free roam, and an impressive roster of villains and side characters.
Irritating as Spider-Man, but you don't smell right. You're one of them.
One of who? One of... Wait, you can smell the...
Yeah, and you're one of them.
This game is the hidden gem on this list, and that ending, boy, that ending. Depending on the option that you pick, of course, like all multi-choice games. Number 6, The Amazing Spider-Man. Now for the second movie tie-in to show up on this list. The Amazing Spider-Man is the extension to the 2012 movie and is sort of a carry-on of Doc Connor's dilemma and his story arc from the movie. Cross-species creatures like Scorpion and Rhino are causing havoc in the city, and it is up to the new and improved Spidey to deal with them. This game is amazing, no pun intended, for many reasons. The free roam aspect of the series improved and featured a much more close-up and personal approach. Beanock seemed to take inspiration from the Arkham series and adapted it to the fighting style of Spidey, despite a short length of the game, and it got to set up some fantastic storylines.
This could be proof they're continuing Connor's work.
Unfortunately, due to the failure that is Mark Webb's Spideyverse and the pitiful attempt at a second game, we would not see these storylines happen. I mean, we can, but you know, maybe done differently? Number 5, SpiderMan 2000. Mate, this game was belter. The first Spider-Man game I ever played, and god damn it did I love it. Once again taking inspiration from the 90s series, Spider-Man on PS1 was one of the most groundbreaking, visually stunning, at the time, games on the console. Featuring a stellar roster of villains such as Venom, Carnage, Doc Ock, Rhino, Scorpion and Mysterio, the game's twist on the relationship between Venom and Spidey was a nice addition, along with an interesting story and great use of Marvel heroes such as Cap and Human Torch. I still play this game to this day. It says a lot, really.
Hold it, Spider-Man. I don't want to believe that you pulled off the heist today, but I've got to make sure.
Daredevil! I haven't got time to explain.
Just tell me your side of it. I'll know if you're lying.
How am I supposed to know you're the real Daredevil?
What?
Listen, it's true.
Number 4, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. A real heavy hitter on this list. Shattered Dimensions is by far the most filling on here. You could choose up to 4 different versions of Spidey, ranging from Amazing, to Noir, to Ultimate, and to 2099, all with their own different abilities and fighting styles. And the villains. Oh, there's so many villains. Using Mysterio as the big bad in the game was an exciting feature for me. Villains such as Electro, Mysterio and Scorpion are somewhat underdogs compared to Kraven, Carnage and Green Goblin. Utilising different graphics for each universe, the game packs a punch in the most obscure, fun and entertaining way. Number 3, Ultimate Spider-Man. Have you ever wanted to play as Venom? Boy, was this game your chance. Twisting the Ultimate Universe in its own colourful way similar to Shattered Dimensions, Ultimate Spider-Man was an interesting concept, pitching Eddie and Parker as friends turned bitter rivals due to the symbiote. Peter was a teenager in this game, same as Eddie. The storyline was fantastic, so many twists and turns. There was a lot of moments where you saw Eddie as less of a villain and more of a hero, paving the way for potential spin-offs. Unfortunately, this never came to be. Featuring characters like Nick Fury, Goblin, Beetle and Carnage, the game use of the villains serves a good point in the story. Carnage being a result of Spidey's blood, Beetle being employed by Trask to get samples from Goblin and Sandman, even Silver Sable, that amazing athletic assassin, well, what you know her to be, and then at the end, such a character turn. It's just fantastic. The fighting was choppy at times, and the accuracy of Venom's Super Hulk jump, yes, I'm calling it that, was off due to never knowing when to let go of the jump button. And for God's sake, don't even get me started on that Electro chase. That annoyed the hell out of me. Number 2, Spider-Man II. And the final movie tie-in on this list, none other than the infamous SpiderMan II. A part of the Raimi trilogy, this game was the first game for Spider-Man to incorporate full free roam into a game featuring Spider-Man. While this game uses elements from the movie such as Doc Ock, who is fantastic by the way, and the relationship between Peter and his friends, it has a lot of new elements such as Mysterio, Shocker, and helping Black Cat stop thugs every so often.
Watch out!
Doc Ock was always the reason I ranked Spider-Man 2 as the best out of the Raimi trilogy. Hearing Alfred Molina's voice in the game gave it sweet, sweet justice. The fighting at times felt repetitive, but usually mixing it up with chases featuring Black Cat and pure fun web-slinging action, this game will always hold a special place in my heart. Oh, and did I mention you could deliver pizza? Oh yeah, you could deliver pizza.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
All units, 1010S at 36 and Park. Repeat, all units be advised. Shots fired at Fisk Towers.
And at the top list, number 1, Spider-Man 2018. Alright, this could be a long shot, but just work with me here. Imagine having a Batman Arkham Knight experience with a Spider-Man game. Instead of be the Batman, obviously, be the Spider-Man. That's a vibe that I get from this game. The graphics feel somewhat accurate as hell when it comes to Insomniac Games' portrayal of Spidey. From what I've heard, Mr. Negative is presumably the big bad in the game. Now, I'm not as up to my Spidey knowledge on comics as I should be, but he looks to be an interesting villain to fight. I've never heard of him, I'll be totally honest. That's why I think, from what I guess, the game's going to be massively huge, fully destructible environments, use of great villains, hopefully, and enough fan service to get the series going. Come on, Insomniac, make it happen. Oh, and maybe consider making it cross-platform. I understand you are a Sony-based company and you've always done games for Sony, but everyone loves Spider-Man. Come on, guys. If they can make Crash Bandicoot and Spyro cross-platform, then why the hell not? Oh, I'm going to get a lot of heat for that comment. If you enjoyed this video, peeps, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tell me, what is your top 10 Spidey games? Sound off below in the comments, and remember guys, personal opinions matter. I'll see you all soon in the next top 10. Until then guys, this was Jack signing off. Take care now, bye bye.